How do you define talk straight?
So, talk straight to me means being open and honest and direct with what I'm saying to people, whether that's at home with my family or at work with my clients. It's just kind of being like getting to the point and not beating around the bush like I'm doing right now. But, just kind of, you know, just like having an honest conversation with somebody.
What does respect mean to you?
Respect is valuing others' views and feelings, even if they differ from yours.
What does being transparent mean to you?
Being transparent means being who you are, being open and honest, and letting people see the real you and not having a hidden agenda.
What does righting your wrong mean to you?
Righting my wrong means correcting my mistakes.
What does showing loyalty mean to you?
Showing loyalty means to me being supportive through people's highs and lows and having unwavering love for them.
Showing loyalty to me means being by someone's side in hard times, good times, and always being by their side. And
How do you define delivering results?
Delivering results in a skilled nursing facility occurs when a room is vacated by a resident who goes home, and the housekeeper automatically goes in and cleans the room and prepares it for another resident without me asking her to do that.
So, what does getting better mean to you?
So, getting better in life in general means to me to always never be satisfied with exactly what's going on day to day. Always try and get better at doing whatever you need to do, whether it be raising your children, setting your rules, um, living your life in your marriage, whatever you are, whatever place you're in, always strive to do better. Give it 100%. And if both sides are giving 100%, then you will have the perfect life. But I always say, don't be satisfied in just the day to day humdrum. Go and get yourself better, get your brain better, get your mind better. Grow your community, grow your, be happier in your life by meeting more people and doing better in your community and trying to help people and just live your life the best you can by being the best person that you can.
What does confronting reality mean to you?
Confronting reality means discussing those things that may be dealing with family, workplace, church, or just everyday friends or everyday lives. It's bringing out the truth that we all face that sometimes we run away from because we don't want to hurt people's feelings or we don't want to discuss those tough decisions that may get in the way of the everyday movement of life or just putting obstacles in our lives. But when we confront those realities, whether we're dealing with this person, that person, or workplace, I think it builds character, trust, and it shows people who you are. It shows authenticity and then it shows that you're willing to allow people to see you being transparent. Because when we run away from those things and we deny those things that are in front of us, people lose trust in us, people lose respect, and people don't walk away with not understanding what the true issue is or the true concern is that you're trying to bring forth to the table. So, when we run away from those things, it negates or anything that you're trying to build, whether it be in family or the church or workplace, or it shows who you are and it allows you to progress and allows you to move past those things that become difficult to deal with. So I believe confronting reality is huge, and I believe it's important that we bring forth what is on the table at that particular time to allow people to see the real you, the real truth, and understand what the real issues are. That's what confronting reality is.
What does it mean to state expectations?
To me, stating expectations is to set a overview of guidelines or precedent for ways that you want certain deadlines to be carried out, especially when you're working in a team. Every single person or each person has their own responsibilities, and you want to ensure that each person is carrying out those responsibilities. So stating expectations is really important to do at the beginning of maybe a project or some type of deadline, so to avoid any possible hiccups that may delay the project or may further impact it in a negative way, so that everybody knows what they're doing.
What does being accountable mean to you?
It means owning up to things that I have done, owning up to my actions, my responsibilities, accepting the consequences as well as the rewards.
And I think that as a leader, we have to hold ourselves accountable first and foremost, so that when it comes to our staff, once we hold ourselves accountable, they will also hold themselves accountable, or it makes it easier for us to hold them accountable. But if we're not leading by example or being responsible for our time, or then it makes it a little bit more challenging to hold our staff accountable.
We have to lead by example.
Absolutely.
What does listening first mean to you?
Listening first means to me that you are paying attention to what it is that the other person is wanting to express to you. You are also showing concern. It is a good way of being a communicator by listening to what someone else wants to say. You also get a perspective of how they think about something. You get an insight into their emotions. I use listening first with friends, family, coworkers, and residents. It gets me to know what it is they need from me instead of talking first. And then you have no clue what it is that they're needing from you. So I think it's truly important to always listen first in order to help people with their issues, their concerns, and it ultimately makes you a better communicator.
So what does meeting commitments mean to you?
Okay, I'll start. Commitment. We are only as good as our word. When we break our word, we have broken ourselves and the trust of our promise or commitment to the other person. I made a commitment to my mother when my dad died, March 20th, 2006. I and my husband made a commitment to take care of my mother. Willowbrook is not only home to my mother, but a second home to me. I am there daily, making sure my mother is happy and taken care of by committed employees at Willowbrook. I depend on Willowbrook employees' commitment to my mother as they depend on me and my commitment. We all need one another. Taking some words from Coach Wooden of UCLA, don't give your word unless you intend to keep it. I committed to my mother years ago to take care of her. It has been a pleasure. Every day is not perfect, but life is not perfect. We all need to be committed to one another, God, family, friends, and country. 18 years later, and still committed.
What does extending trust mean to you?
I think extended trust means that I hope that everybody can trust in me on anything that I can do for them.